Hello and welcome to the Festival of Media LatAm 2015. Now it is buzzing here around us. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm delighted to say that on the first morning of the event I'm joined by Aris De Juan, who is the Regional President for Latin America for Clear Channel. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
How are you finding the event so far? Obviously only a couple of hours in.
Well, actually I think the venue looks astonishing, really overwhelming. It involves you, so it really provokes you.
Yeah.
And the audience is more and more relevant every year, so it's a really exciting couple of days.
Well, we're delighted you could join us. We've had a lot of news recently about economic picture, particularly in Brazil, but in the wider region in general. But actually, WP Sir Martin Sorrell just spoke via video link from New York. He was very bullish. He said that he thinks that the longer-term prospects for the region are very strong. Do you agree with that?
Well, I think that LatAm is still a fast-growing region, and it's fast-growing because there's a lot of room for growth, and because it's coming from behind. So there's middle class growing, there's a lot of infrastructure to be done, so it is going to continue growing.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of media, I think he said something very relevant, which is that Europe and the Occidental world has a legacy, and LatAm doesn't have a legacy. So what we are observing is that LatAm is going from, in our business, from traditional paper to digital so fast that, and I mean out-of-home digital, so fast that digital has a relevance in LatAm right now, which is more significant than in Europe.
Yeah.
That shows how fast the jump is being.
Yeah, and looking at out of home then, and how perhaps it's changing technologically across the region. How are brands using out of home differently in LatAm to say 5 or 10 years ago?
Yeah. In the case of out of home, where we believe we are market leaders in the region, for example, just to give you a couple of numbers, in Mexico, 75% of our revenue comes from out of home digital. In Chile, it will be more than 55%. So, so we're really investing, we're true believers in digital out of home. Now, why? Well, because digital out of home is social, it's connected, it's global, it's transactional, it's interactive. So it has all these attributes that traditional out of home doesn't have. So it brings it to a new era. And in fact, we're seeing double-digit growth year after year in digital out of home.
Yeah. And that digitization, is that going to lead to new ways that brands can use out of home, programmatic technology, for instance?
Yeah. The answer is absolutely yes. The brands are already using out of home differently. We have installed a number of screens in this venue to show the things that we do with the brands. But yes, absolutely, brands are using it in a different manner.
Yeah. And obviously the outdoor side of things isn't the only thing that you're focused on at the moment. I believe you recently made an announcement in Santiago in Chile regarding the bikes project. Are you able to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, the public bike sharing system is something that we invented, Clear Channel invented in Norway 18 years ago. We started deploying, on a low profile basis in different cities. When suddenly 7 years or 8 years ago, we installed Barcelona. Actually, I was the GM of the Spanish Clear Channel then, so we installed 6,000 bikes in Barcelona, and suddenly all the cities worldwide wanted something like that, which is, I believe, the most transformational service to cities today. Mobility is a drama in every city. Traffic is terrible in every city. So this is really helping transform the cities. So how do we use this? We use the bikes as a means to partner with cities to get advertising structures in exchange, to offer it to our brands, to the brands in the market. So it's a service that we provide to cities, and it's extremely successful. After us pioneering it, we've had some competition, but we still believe we have, as I said, the Rolls Royce of the bike services.
Absolutely. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the event, and perhaps seeing or experiencing or discussing with some of your peers?
Well, it's about meeting people, it's about networking indeed, but it's also about learning. I think all media are evolving. We must understand how they're evolving to see how we can interact, because out of home is a medium that likes to interact, and actually I think it amplifies campaigns when it partners with other media.
Yeah.
So we want to really learn, how social media is evolving, how television is evolving, because I think we can partner and grow together.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. I hope that it's a useful occasion for you, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.